In this episode, we're heading out to the desert to take a look at a new-ish G.I. Joe classified figure that just happens to share a name with one of my cats. So, stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this episode we will be taking a look at the new G.I. Joe classified Dusty figure. Now, of course, this is an older style packaging, even though it's a more newer figure. So I'm really curious to how Hasbro is doing that. I mean, I'm just really confused at how they are picking and choosing when things are being released and, when and how they're doing the packaging. Anyway, stupid, I know. It's just something that I'm curious about. But anyway, let's take a look at Dusty. First, the packaging.
Yo, Joe!
Now, I mean, this is the old style plastic packaging. And we have a really stoic and nice picture of Dusty here on the side. And an awesome little silhouette of him like walking through a sandstorm down at the bottom. The side of the packaging, we have Dusty, getting ready to, possibly pop some shots off around the corner. And below that, we have him, down in the sand weathering a horrendous sandstorm or what have you. But this is really nice package art. Whoever did this art, I really like the style, and it just fits with the gritty nature of this character. Okay, first impressions, I think this is a great version of Dusty. It retains that just awesome look of the original figure. I love the added detailing of his real name above his one breast pocket and G.I. Joe over the other. And it's got a little American flag. I mean, just little subtle touches that really make a big difference. His combat webbing looks great. And here's a neat little detail. I don't know if you can see it on the video. I hope you can. I have not edited any of these Lightbox figure reviews yet, so I hope it comes out. But anyway, we see here like a green hose of like water system, and it continues around the back here, and it looks like it is supposed to be flowing from his backpack, which is really cool. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But, I mean, great texturing of the fabrics. I mean, just the, like, folds and stuff here on his pockets. Knee pads look pretty cool. Big rugged boots look nice. I mean, all in all, he looks great. I mean, this, the untucked jacket or shirt, whatever it is, looks good. And he even has a black undershirt on under that. I mean, the face sculpt looks good. The hairstyle. He has the camo on the face like the original figure. Yeah. I mean, first impression, I think it's a solid figure. But let's take a look at the accessories now. Okay, here are Dusty's accessories. First off, we have a light machine gun with an awesome bipod built in. Again, a nice throwback to the original figure. Now, I am a complete layman when it comes to firearms, so I'm sure this has a great real-world name, but I don't know what it is, so please excuse me. But the light machine gun also comes with a magazine. He comes with a K-bar style knife, two different goggles, which I assume one is for his helmet and one is for just his normal head.
he comes with a helmet, which my only negative remark would be I wish it had soft goods like the original. And on top of all that, he comes with a nice, big, chunky backpack. Great color, great detail, just a nice backpack. I really dig it. Anyway, now that we've taken a look at his accessories, let's see how he looks all suited up with this awesome gear. Okay, here we go. Dusty all suited up. I went with the goggles on the helmet look. We see that the knife is now in his boot, and he's holding his machine gun pretty nicely. Now, the only thing that's awkward about it is the bipod. Now, you can take it off, but it leaves a really weird and awkward looking notch where it would have been sitting. But if you try to pose him with it folded up, it doesn't sit right with how he's holding it. So I kind of just put it down like this. And like I said, it's removable, so you can always do that. Now, the only negative remark, again, I can make is his helmet. It sits really wonky and loose on his head. I mean, I guess that adds to that it's, supposedly fabric, but I wish it would sit on his head a little bit better than it does. But yeah, I ain't hating. Other than that, I mean, it's solid in every way. But let's put him in a couple poses and see how he looks. Here he is now wearing his goggles, just dialing in his scope to take out a target that's further down the range. I have to admit, I mean, the gun, I guess with its size and my novice approach to posing, just isn't the best. I mean, I tried to get it to go up to his eyes, but it just ended up looking very awkward. So I went with this, that he's dialing in the scope to get ready to take out some Cobra officer or Viper across the desert. So let's try another pose and see if we can nail down something a little bit cooler. Okay, here Dusty is. He's taken his goggles off so he could get a clear view through his scope to take out, again, a Viper or, heck, even Cobra Commander himself. Now, this is probably the flattest I could get him. And, I mean, this would be a great opportunity to throw some foliage in there or a rock or what have you, just to kind of hide the gaps that are here, like in this area. But, I mean, it looks pretty cool. The gun looks cool. But, again, I am a novice when it comes to posing these, and I hope to get better through time. But, yeah, this is the best that I could personally do with trying to get this pose. So let's finish up with one more pose and let's see how that looks. And for our last pose, we have Dusty getting ready to take off his helmet and head back to HQ. He's had a long day taking care of snakes out in the desert, and he's just ready to debrief and chill out for the day. I mean, who could blame him being out in the hot desert and just, keeping a watchful eye on the Cobra forces. So anyway, all in all, I mean, it's a pretty basic figure. I wish it had a little bit more pizzazz, but it's Dusty, and at the end of the day, it's a great version of Dusty. So I like it just for that alone, and I'm happy to add him to my Joe collection. And yeah, I've always been a fan of Dusty. The only downsides, other than not having a lot of flair, is not having soft goods on the helmet. I mean, that's one of the things that made that figure so unique at the time of his release. And yeah, I think it's sorely missing with this classified version of him. But anyway, let's head back to me and let's wrap this up.
All in all, the G.I. Joe classified version of Dusty is pretty good. I'm happy enough with it, but my only two negative remarks would be just the lack of use of the accessories and not having cloth goods for the helmet. Like I said, that was a distinguishing feature of the original figure because it was something not seen in the line before that. So they really could have used that same, innovation for this version. And just like back then, it would have been something new and exciting to add to the line. But like I said, great figure other than those two little critiques. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of G.I. Joe Classified Dusty. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the other episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.